Stop scrolling for a second because the internet's most talked about snack right now might be the easiest, creamiest, tangiest dip you'll ever make. If you love pickles even a little bit, this viral pickle dip is the kind of recipe that disappears from the bowl in minutes. It's rich, slightly salty, perfectly creamy, and packed with crunchy pickle flavor that people can't stop talking about. The best part is that it takes only a few minutes to prepare and uses simple ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. This dip became popular on social media because it combines comfort food creaminess with the sharp tang of dill pickles, creating something addictive that works for parties, movie nights, family snacks, or even late-night cravings. Once you make it once, you'll understand why everyone keeps sharing it. To start making this dip, gather all your ingredients first so the process is smooth and easy. You will need 1 cup of softened cream cheese, half a cup of sour cream, 1 cup of finely chopped dill pickles, 2 tablespoons of pickle juice, half a teaspoon garlic powder, half a teaspoon onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, half a cup shredded cheddar cheese, 2 tablespoons fresh dill or 1 teaspoon dried dill, and 2 tablespoons chopped green onions. These ingredients together create a balance of creamy, tangy, salty, and slightly sharp flavors that make the dip irresistible. Begin by placing the softened cream cheese into a medium-sized mixing bowl. Softened cream cheese is important because it mixes smoothly and prevents lumps. If your cream cheese is still cold from the refrigerator, you can leave it at room temperature for about 20 to 30 minutes. Another quick method is to microwave it for about 10 seconds, just enough to soften it without melting. Once the cream cheese is soft, use a spoon, spatula, or hand mixer to stir it until it becomes smooth and creamy. The goal is to break down the texture so it blends easily with the other ingredients. Continue mixing until the cream cheese looks fluffy and spreadable. Next, add the sour cream into the bowl with the cream cheese. Sour cream adds a light tanginess and helps loosen the texture of the dip so it becomes perfectly scoopable. Mix the sour cream and cream cheese together slowly at first, then increase speed if you are using a mixer. Stir until both ingredients are completely blended and the mixture becomes smooth, creamy, and slightly airy. Now take your dill pickles and chop them very finely. The smaller the pieces, the better they blend into the dip while still giving small bursts of crunch. If the pickle pieces are too large, the dip will become uneven when scooping. After chopping, lightly pat the pickles with a paper towel to remove excess moisture so the dip does not become watery. Add the chopped pickles to the cream mixture. Immediately after that, pour in 2 tablespoons of pickle juice. This juice is the secret ingredient that intensifies the pickle flavor throughout the entire dip. Mix everything slowly until the pickles are evenly distributed in the creamy base. Now add the seasonings. Sprinkle in the garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. These spices may seem simple, but they deepen the flavor and balance the tanginess of the pickles. Stir everything again until the spices disappear into the mixture. Next, add the shredded cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese adds a slightly sharp taste and thicker texture that makes the dip more satisfying. Fold the cheese gently into the mixture so it spreads evenly without clumping together. After the cheese is mixed in, add the chopped fresh dill or dried dill. Dill is a classic herb that pairs naturally with pickles, enhancing their flavor and adding a fresh aroma. Then add the chopped green onions, which provide a mild onion flavor and a pop of color. Mix the entire dip slowly until every ingredient is evenly combined. At this point, the dip should look thick, creamy, and full of small pickle pieces and herbs. Taste the mixture with a spoon. If you want a stronger pickle flavor, add 1 more tablespoon of pickle juice. If you want it slightly saltier, you can add a small pinch of salt, but usually the pickles provide enough salt already. Once the dip is fully mixed, cover the bowl with plastic wrap or a lid and place it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. Chilling is important because it allows the flavors to blend together and the texture to thicken slightly. While the dip can technically be eaten immediately, the taste becomes much better after chilling. After 30 minutes or even 1 hour, remove the dip from the refrigerator and give it a quick stir. The texture should now be thicker and more flavorful. Transfer the dip into a serving bowl. There are many delicious ways to serve this viral pickle dip. One of the most popular ways is with potato chips because the salty crunch pairs perfectly with the creamy dip. Tortilla chips also work well, especially if you like a stronger crunch. Crackers are another great option because they hold the dip nicely without breaking. Fresh vegetables are also excellent with this dip. Carrot sticks, celery sticks, cucumber slices, and bell pepper strips create a refreshing balance against the creamy texture. Many people enjoy using toasted bread slices or baguette rounds as well. Another creative way to serve this dip is as a sandwich spread. It adds incredible flavor to burgers, grilled sandwiches, wraps, and even hot dogs. Some people also use it as a topping for baked potatoes or as a dip for crispy chicken tenders. If you want to customize the dip, there are several easy variations you can try. One popular variation is adding crispy bacon pieces. Bacon adds a smoky flavor that pairs amazingly with the pickles and cheese. Simply cook bacon until crispy, crumble it, and mix about 1/3 cup into the dip. Another variation is adding ranch seasoning. A tablespoon of ranch seasoning mix adds extra herbs and spices, creating a flavor similar to pickle ranch dip that many people love. For a spicy version, you can add finely chopped jalapenos or a dash of hot sauce. The spice contrasts nicely with the creamy base and tangy pickles. If you want an extra cheesy version, you can mix in mozzarella or Monterey Jack cheese along with the cheddar. This makes the dip even thicker and richer. A lighter version can also be made by replacing sour cream with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt keeps the dip creamy while adding protein and slightly reducing the calories. Storage for this dip is very simple. Place any leftover dip in an airtight container and keep it in the refrigerator. It will stay fresh for about 3 to 4 days. Before serving again, simply stir it because a small amount of liquid may separate naturally. If you are preparing this dip for a party, you can make it a day in advance. In fact, many people say it tastes even better the next day because the flavors have more time to blend together. The reason this pickle dip became viral is not just because of its flavor, but because of how incredibly easy it is to prepare. Many viral recipes require complicated techniques or rare ingredients, but this dip uses simple items that most kitchens already have. That simplicity makes it perfect for beginners who are just learning to cook. The balance of textures is another reason people love it. The cream cheese and sour cream create a silky base. The pickles add crunch, the cheese adds richness, and the herbs bring freshness. Each bite feels satisfying without being heavy. This dip also works for almost any occasion. It can be served at birthday parties, family gatherings, game nights, picnics, barbecues, or casual weekends at home. Because it takes only minutes to mix together, it is a great last-minute snack idea when guests arrive unexpectedly. Many people who try this dip say they were unsure at first because pickles in a dip might sound unusual. However, after one bite, they quickly understand why it has become such a popular recipe online. The tangy flavor wakes up the taste buds and keeps people reaching for another scoop. Food trends on the internet change quickly, but some recipes stick around because they are genuinely delicious and easy to make. This pickle dip is one of those recipes that people keep making again and again. The best tip for making the perfect pickle dip is choosing good quality dill pickles. Crisp, flavorful pickles create the best taste. Avoid overly soft pickles because they can make the dip mushy instead of crunchy. Another helpful tip is not skipping the chilling step. Even though the dip tastes good immediately, the cold temperature thickens it and allows the flavors to combine into a much better final result. You can also garnish the dip before serving to make it look more appealing. A sprinkle of chopped dill, extra green onions, or a few pickle slices on top adds a nice presentation if you are serving guests. Because this dip is creamy and flavorful, a small bowl can feed several people, especially when served with chips or vegetables. If you are hosting a large group, you can easily double or triple the recipe without changing the process. One of the reasons people enjoy making this recipe is that it feels fun and casual. It doesn't require baking, complicated steps, or special cooking skills. You simply mix ingredients together and chill. Even kids often enjoy helping with this recipe by stirring the ingredients or chopping pickles with supervision. It can be a simple way to introduce beginners to cooking. The internet loves recipes that are quick, flavorful, and easy to share, and this dip checks all those boxes. Whether you are making it for a party, a snack, or just to try something new, it's almost guaranteed to become a favorite. Once you taste the creamy base combined with the sharp pickle flavor and cheesy richness, you'll see why people everywhere keep making it and sharing it online. It's one of those recipes that surprises people with how good such simple ingredients can taste together. If you enjoy experimenting in the kitchen, you can also try mixing this dip with chopped cooked chicken to create a creamy pickle chicken salad-style spread. Some people even spread it inside wraps or tortillas for a quick lunch. Another idea is using it as a dip for fried foods like onion rings, mozzarella sticks, or fries. The tangy flavor cuts through the richness and makes everything taste even better. At the end of the day, great food does not always require complicated steps. Sometimes the most memorable dishes are the simplest ones made with ingredients that work perfectly together. This viral pickle dip is a perfect example of that idea. It's creamy, tangy, crunchy, and comforting all at once, and it comes together in just a few minutes with minimal effort. If you enjoyed this recipe and want more easy viral food ideas, quick snacks, and simple homemade recipes, make sure to subscribe and follow for more delicious recipes every day.